Thanks for joining us here. This is the 22 Social Weekly Live Training. My name is Andrew Lane.
And this is Rene Bañuelos.
And we're the co-founders here. And you were joining us for a special training today on doing live Google Hangouts on air inside your Facebook page. So before we get into today's topic, I want you to know that the way we see Hangouts is really as webinars. So there's a lot of names for the same concept. Right. You're streaming and broadcasting online, and it's generally called a webinar, right? So that's what we're talking about today. So to get you in the right mindset, we want you to understand the power of doing this. And it's really nothing new. It's just a different way to implement this strategy. So using webinars is a huge part of online marketing, and over 60% of marketers are using webinars as part of their content marketing programs because it just works. It gets results, and it's a really, really powerful strategy. So the average, and these are really crazy numbers, the average webinar attendance rate is about half the people who register, which is really shocking. And now, I don't know how accurate these stats are, right? I just found them somewhere. And I mean, they're cited sources, but just the idea of getting people to register for something and then show up live, to get almost half the people to show up live and listen to you and interact with you and ask questions, that's how you make sales. And it's just a really great way to simplify everything. And just, for us, it's been every week, right? We go live, we do a webinar or a hangout, whatever you want to call it. And that's how we can interact with people who are interested in our product. And the average viewership is pretty wild, right? So they're webcast, right? So it can be called a webcast webinar. But the viewership time is really incredible. So to spend that much time with someone, with a brand, to interact with a potential customer on that level. And it's so scalable because really, depending on the platform you're using, with Hangouts, like we're going to show you, can have unlimited people watching. So you don't have to spend an hour with everyone individually. You can scale your time and reach anyone around the planet who is interested in what you're doing. So these stats are incredible. It's really, really powerful stuff, and we highly recommend you do it. So I'm curious, if you're watching right now, have you ever hosted a webinar or anything like that, right? Virtual party, a lot of people call it virtual parties. And Monica later on was going to talk about, they call it virtual parties. It's the same concept. You're going live, you're broadcasting, people are showing up and attending who are interested in what you're doing.
Product overview online. I mean, there's some gazillion names for them, but essentially you're going live presenting a concept or an idea. Yeah,
so have you done it? Comment below, let us know. If you haven't, are you interested in doing it? Have you wanted to? Maybe you've tried different tools and systems or paid for other things. I'm just curious, those of you watching right now live, let me know in the comments. And to get us moving right along here, the big idea today is, 22 Social lets you use Hangouts on air for your webinars. So we're utilizing this free tool and giving you a system to present and broadcast in a really professional way inside Facebook so you can make more sales in a strategic way. So the cool thing is it's a free tool inside your YouTube channel. So it's a part of YouTube, and it's totally free. So you can have unlimited people watching. You can do this as many times as you want, and it's a very flexible platform. So what I want to do right now is just go through the big idea of how we've simplified this for you, and really just point out that there are a lot of ways to do webinars online, and there's a lot of really cool tools, but a lot of times they're complex and costly, and it's just another ball in the air that you have to juggle, right? So there's all these things you want to do with your online marketing, and now you have to go buy a whole nother system and learn it. Well, luckily, with 22 Social, it's just one of the many things that you can do with this one system. And really, the big idea is that we try to keep it as simple for you as possible. So it all starts with your Facebook page. You can install 22 Social and build awesome apps inside Facebook. Now, as you probably know, there's a lot of things you can do with 22 Social, but it's all using the same system. You can do sweepstakes, giveaways, courses, subscription programs, connect it to your Facebook groups, have all these cool features built in. And using Hangouts to do your webinars is really just one of the many ways to use 22 Social. But it's really powerful, and it's what got us on the map, I think, in 2013, when people saw that we were streaming Hangouts on air inside Facebook, and we could collect leads through Facebook. It was really a big deal, and it still is today. There's still not an easy solution to get this done. and the fact that it's all mobile friendly automatically. You can promote it all day long, use that same app over and over every week, or whenever you want to do a big blowout hangout to attract potential customers. It's just right there, ready to go, and you can build your brand where people are spending all their time on Facebook. So it's a really powerful tool. And to fully understand it, we've got some new graphics here, right? So the new Facebook layouts kind of threw us off last year. All of our cool graphics we had to update. So here's a little bit more of a modern look of your Facebook business page or fan page, whatever you want to call it. The reason that's so powerful is it's just so easy to set up and manage. Unlike a website or something, you don't need really any hosting or external tools and paid services to get it set up. You just plug and play and you're up in a few minutes. So it's really convenient for the modern entrepreneur who just wants to launch an idea and start building a brand online and attracting people to their business. So a fan page is really cool. We call it your online hub because it has all these features built in, and they keep adding more stuff. So you can do Facebook Live now on your page. You can run ads. You can have messaging features right inside your page to do even customer support and communication with your customers. Obviously, you can post content to keep people updated. They even have a notes update that they did last year that basically lets you build like a blog inside Facebook using the notes app that Facebook gives you. And they're just adding more and more all the time. So take advantage of all that free stuff, okay? It's incredibly powerful. And finally, Facebook is unique in the sense that it lets you customize it. So you can add a custom app. And that's where 22 Social comes in for you. So you can install 22 Social in just one click, install the software inside your page, and now you can build a custom app page inside Facebook. And it really only takes seconds. You can add your text and videos, and you can put buttons to buy stuff, okay? Or you can even sell stuff right there. So really all you need to know to, if you're curious about doing this for your business, and or even if you've been on the fence or you've tried it in the past, look, it's very simple. You don't need to overcomplicate things. You just get all this set up, and it's mobile friendly automatically. So here's really the 5 steps you need to know about how this works, right? So when you build an app, it's point and click, you load your stuff in, then you get a link that you can share. You share your link anywhere on the web, even put it on your business card, it doesn't matter. They just need to go to that link. When they click, they're gonna visit your app, okay? See that tab there? It's gonna be highlighted. It's not gonna be your default homepage on your fan page. You can't replace that. Your homepage for your Facebook page here is always gonna be the home tab. But what you can do is direct traffic to a specific app inside your fan page. Just like a website, you can send someone to a specific page on your website. So now you have people showing up, and this is what they see. It's big, it's bold, it kind of takes over your fan page, right? It's right there. That's all they see. And on mobile, it's big and bold. It's optimized for mobile as well. So now they can check out your offer, and we call this the gate. So they're going to show up, and this is kind of your registration page. If you're doing a free hangout and you're using this to collect leads, it's as simple as, hey, just click and get access to my content. Now you can also charge. So you could set this gate up to take payments and require people to pay to get access. But the point is, when they click and take action, you're going to collect their information using Facebook login. And it's as simple as one button for them. They click to continue, and now you collect their Facebook profile information. For them, it's convenient because they don't have to type in a bunch of stuff. They're most likely going to be logged into Facebook already, so they just click one button and they're through. And for you, you get better information because you're not asking them to type in some random name and email. You're actually getting their verified information from Facebook. So it's convenient for both of you. And over the years, it's gotten more and more common for people to go through this, with all the mobile apps now using Facebook login, major websites using Facebook login. It's just commonplace for everybody to do this, so you can take advantage of that power, just like Spotify and all these websites use Facebook login to collect information and really allow people to create accounts with that website. You can do the same thing using 22 Social. It's automatically set up for you, just automatically ready to go. Now that they've logged in, they are going to be given access to your main content, and that's another part of the same app, right? The same app that was installed on your page. It's like a protected area. It's a gated area inside your fan page. And that's so powerful, especially when we're talking about broadcasting live trainings and interviews and sales presentations. A lot of people get a little weary about doing that publicly. It can be uncomfortable, especially if you're new to just Facebook Live everything to everyone, right? So now you have this gated page inside Facebook. You've collected the only people who have access to this are logged in with Facebook, and you know who they are. So not only can you follow up with them and build your email list, because you can connect this to your email as well if you'd like to add them to your email autoresponder, but you know everyone who's watching and attending and seeing your video. And that's really nice for most people, especially if you just kind of getting your feet wet with all this, to just have this safe place for you to be yourself. You can do your Hangout broadcast to the specific people who have, said, I want to be here. I want to see this content. I'm interested. And now it's all managed automatically. If they show up and they're logged in with Facebook, they're going to see this page again. They're not going to have to see the gate because we can identify them. We're going to give them access because they're already logged in with Facebook. So it's easy for you and them. And you can share that same link with everyone, people who have already registered and people who haven't. They can all go through the same process to get access. And again, if you're charging for access, it's the same deal. But instead of just clicking through and logging in with Facebook, they'll also have to pay through PayPal to get access. So I saw recently, actually, someone did there was some kind of like, I don't know, not MMA, but some kind of a martial arts event. And they charged for access, and they did a hangout in the main content area, and they broadcasted it. And they charged like $10 for access to this live broadcast. And, they had a few hundred people go through the gate, they paid and got access to this live broadcast. So it was pretty cool to see, there's so many ways to you can use this, but just in your mind, just consider this protected area inside Facebook that you can control, and you know who's showing up and who has access. And you can control how they get access, whether it's free with a registration or if it is paid. And this could also be part of a monthly subscription. So you can charge a monthly fee for access to this. And you can use this same app to broadcast over and over and over. Myself and Renee, we each have our own side projects where we're doing a membership program, and I'm live every single week. I do a 1-hour training every week, and people pay me on a monthly subscription for access to these weekly trainings. I even connected a Facebook group to that, so I can keep them updated and communicate with them when I'm not live, and remind them and have events and let them know to keep coming back here to watch. So much you can do. And it's a simple system, right? This is all you need to know, but it works for everything. And now when they go through, you're getting all that information. You see all their names. You can click over and add them as friends. You can message them. And again, you can even hook up your CRM, there we go, to have this data passed into your email autoresponder as well if you'd like to. But it's not required. You have them right here. You can export this list and do what you need to do to communicate and follow up. So if you're interested in doing this, we've got a lot of training over here at 22s.com/notes/hangouts. And I want to show you real fast what that looks like so that you know where to find the information to get this done. We've updated this with some new stuff. So even if you've checked it out in the past, just come on over here. Basically what we went through today, this concept overview, this quick video is a refresher on what Renee went through earlier. The tutorial here, this is awesome, okay? Watch this 27-minute video and you are gonna know how to get this done, okay? We walk through step by step. I even broadcast and a broadcast. I do the whole thing right there in front of you so you can see how to do it. And then previously we talked to Storybell, and she told her story about how she's using it, so you can check that out. We've got lots of visuals and examples. And I'll point out, get your YouTube account set up. You'll want to follow some of our steps here. So just kind of go through this note one step at a time. And your first time will be the hardest, right? It's always kind of scary and new the first time you go through this. But once you do it once, you're going to feel really comfortable. And the more you do it, after some practice, you can get really good at this. It's all free. The Hangout stuff is free to learn and do. It's all included in 22 Social and your subscription with us, on top of everything else you can do. But all these examples of showing you what kind of things you want to set up and what to look at with the app itself. Just each of these pieces here, what you can do, and then an example of some really cool case studies. Especially this one with Mari Smith, what we did with her, and how this all came together. How to promote it and share it, get more people to show up. So a lot of information. If you're serious about doing this, you have the resources you need, and that's where to find it.